guys. Alright, I'm still in the spare room because I still haven't renovated the study. Look, I've been busy, okay? I work like 74 hours a week. It's crazy. Alright, so I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to take a minute out of my day, or 5-10 minutes out of my day, to talk about Australia because at the moment we're kind of on the news. There's been a few developments and the mask has come off. The Australian politics is showing its true colours for the uni party that it's always been and what I've always labelled it as. So obviously this all stems from this video. This is the video that is really getting into the grit of the Australian politics, right? I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to give YouTube a reason, but... Right, so... Don't worry, YouTube, I stopped it in time. But as I say, obviously this is the video that they want to take down. I think it's very important to show you because... Is it here? It's he says a certain phrase. He says a certain phrase of words that, you know, is similar to snack bar. And obviously this has really got under the goat of the Australian politicians because for years they've been telling us that diversity is our strength and we should embrace diversity and we're a great big melting pot of happiness and it's all great, we all get along. Right? And obviously this has really offended some of the Australian politicians here because this is where we have, by the way, Labor, for anybody that still votes Labor, congratulations, you voted for this.
I don't know, whatever Elon Musk is on, it says that that's okay to continue to air that is absolutely disgusting behaviour.
So what she's talking about there is him allowing this video on YouTube. Now you might sit there and think, well, yeah, it's a bedsheet attack. It's a, you know, I'm trying not to use the words here because obviously censorship. But obviously at the end of the day, it's a bedsheet attack. We should take it offline, right? Well, that's not why they want to remove it. In my opinion, they want to remove it because it goes against the narrative. It breaks the narrative about how we're a great big melting pot and everything is fine and everything is dandy and we should bring in a whole bunch of immigrants. Right? And because it breaks that narrative, they want to take it down. And they're claiming it's misinformation. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, hey, that's not bad. But it's not misinformation, by the way. It's actually true. It's actually information, not misinformation. But here's the counter argument that I have. If it's about misinformation they want to take down, what about Joe Biden saying a certain medical procedure goes through and stops the spread? Or what about all the politicians in Australia? Say you just want to stick to Australian politics. Okay, what about the Australian politics that said it? Are we going to take that down? Why are you interested in taking down this one post where someone's screaming a la snack bar, but at the end of the day, you don't want to take down all the other misinformation over the past few years? So, that's what I say. It has nothing to do with misinformation. Not to mention the fact, like I say, it's actually information, not misinformation. He actually did say that. I've seen the video. He actually said it. So at the end of the day, this is what really is getting under the goat of the Australian politicians, and you're going to see it's both sides of politics that are basically pushing this narrative.
And quite frankly, the bloke should be jailed. And the sooner that we can bring rules in or do something about this sort of game playing with our social media, the better off we're going to be. But quite frankly, the power that man has, because of that platform that he's on, it's got to stop. It has absolutely got to stop.
So they don't care about the platform when Jack Dorsey runs it, because he's left-leaning. But when Elon Musk is running it and is not censoring people, now all of a sudden we need to bring in rules and stop that man and jail him. This is an Australian politician saying this. This is Jacqui Lambie. She is actually a politician. Just telling you now. This is our powers that be. literally advocating for censoring people's posts on social media because it breaks the narrative. And now this is Sky News. I haven't seen this one yet. Let's see what Sky News has to say.
The alleged attack, and Elon Musk really showing contempt for the government and its approach on this issue. What's your...
They just literally admitted there. Anybody that comes at me and says it's got nothing to do with the attack, they've literally just confirmed it's about the attack. And the fact he won't take down the video.
Your take on the tech billionaire?
So when it comes to the tech billionaire, like I've already said, I think he's a social media knob with no social conscience. He has absolutely no social conscience.
He has no social conscience because he won't take down the video that we tell him to take down because it breaks our narrative. This is literally the mental gymnastics that our politicians flip through. Yeah.
Someone like that should be in jail and the key be thrown away. That bloke should not have a right to be out there on his own ideology.
He should have not a right to be able to allow on his own platform what he thinks is right. We, the Australian government, have to control everything. This is what she's saying. We've just come out of some of the toughest lockdowns in the world in Melbourne. Some of the most deterrent and toughest lockdowns. Yes, I know I said the word wrong. Whatever. And this is them. They wrote the only people that had the toughest lockdowns that I know of is China. And they were literally welding people in their houses. China was like welding people's doors closed, and the Australian government was probably sitting there thinking, can we try that?
Ideology platform and creating hatred, showing all this stuff out there to our kids and doing all the rest. I'm very interested to watch what the US is going to do with TikTok and how far that they can do with trying to get rid of that.
The ban TikTok bill, which actually doesn't do a lot to ban TikTok. What it does is send money to Ukraine, send money to Israel, send money to Palestine, and also it stops people from going through and using VPNs and stuff like that. Last time I looked, that's what it was all about. Very little of that ban TikTok bill had anything to do with banning TikTok.
That platform as well. So I think we're all watching on the United States at the moment to see what they're doing. But seriously, if we can move, and if that means in the next sitting that we can shut him down from doing this, because this is
you happy to kick them out? You kick the platform out?
I don't give a stuff about the platform. I'm happy to go off the platform today, to be honest with you. I already have a list of all you journalists. I don't even know why we're on the platform. But I say this to everybody else. I'll be switching off X today. I'll be doing that.
Okay, bye! By the way, she actually did. So full props to her for at least going through and doing what she said she was going to do. But, hey, you want to stop misinformation and disinformation on Twitter and you're deleting your Twitter account? It's probably a great start because you're probably the biggest pusher of it.
Before I get to the airport this afternoon, and I suggest that the other 227 members of Parliament do the same thing and show them that you mean...
Well, I tell you what, if the Australian Parliament is going to remove their Twitter account, it's going to help a lot of misinformation and disinformation on the platform. So I actually would support that. I think all politicians should go through and remove their Twitter account so that we can clear up misinformation and disinformation on the platform. Yes, 100%.
In business, because when you want to lead by example, it has to happen from here. It has to happen from here. So start switching off.
I'm going to repeat.
I'm
going to repeat, just to make sure you really get the fact I'm really upset that he won't delete the post that says Allah Snack Bar.
Throwing it back at him, but we've got to start from here.
Jacqui, Lambie, David Pocock, great.
I tell you what, it makes me want to go and buy Twitter Blue. How much is Twitter Blue? I should buy it, actually.
Good to see you both, and happy birthday, David.
Oh, cheers.
So, yeah, this is the derangement that some of our politicians have. And not just them, the media. X marks the loser, Elon Musk, to eat his words as courts demand he complies with the Australian order. Because Australia is going to be the gatekeeper of the world. You're going to do what we tell you, whether you like it or not. Now, this is one of the major papers over here in Australia, by the way. So this is, nothing to worry about. The Australian government is in the E-Safety Commission. Go fuck it. And it just goes to prove it's not all of our senators, eh? This is the Australian Federal Senator, Conservative and staunch patriot, authorised by Senator Barbie. I like him. I really, really do. I like this guy all of a sudden. I'm now following him, and I'm going to turn on notifications because that's just way to go. Holy shit. And then, obviously, by his recent actions, Alba has declared X the only source of truth.
I want to ask you about Elon Musk. He's mocked you this morning for choosing censorship and propaganda over free speech and truth. What's your response to that?
Well, this is a bloke who's chosen ego and showing violence over common sense. I think that Australians will shake their head when they...
Dude, they are shaking their head, but it's not at Elon Musk, it's at you. Trust me, a lot of these comments can go through and actually standing with Elon. I wonder if we can get that trending. Can we get stand with Elon trending?
I think that this billionaire is prepared to go to court fighting for the right to sow division and to show violent videos which are very distressing.
No, he wants the right to have free speech. You don't seem to get it.
He is in social media, but he has a social responsibility in order to have that social licence. And what has occurred here is that the E-Safety Commissioner has made very sensible suggestions. Other social media companies have complied without complaint. But this...
That is telling. Other social media companies have complied without complaint. So they're obviously talking about, TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it may be, right? But go on Facebook and you'll find it's not about the attack on the priest, it's about this.
Investigative team, he said, I am shocked. You can watch it, it's on YouTube. He said, I am shocked because I have 27 names on this paper here in front of me. These 27 names, they are 100% truly whatever they've done, because police, at federal level have investigated them thoroughly, and with proofs, they are all guilty of all these child abuses here in Australia.
It might actually be that. I might be off base on this, but it might be the fact that he was talking about this. I'm not sure. I would love to know exactly why they want to remove it. Say it's just about the attack itself. Right? Okay, fine. If Elon removes the actual attack, the stabbing part, are they going to be happy? If you want to go through and you claim it's just that, then okay, let's remove that. Let's see them then do mental gymnastics trying to claim, oh no, hang on, we need you, because I guarantee you it's not about the attack itself. It's about something else. It's about him screaming Allah snack bar. It's about him talking about these abusers. It's something else. It's not about the attack. And that's what I reckon it is. I reckon even if Elon went through, they don't want the video where he attacks taken down. I bet you find they want the whole thing taken down. And if that's the case, it's got nothing to do with the attack. Obviously, we got this.
Topics today. I'll be doing that before I get to the airport this afternoon. And
so obviously, this is where Jacqui Lambie is saying that she's going to help misinformation and disinformation by deleting her Twitter account. And I fully support her. And she has. For her credit, she has gone through and deleted her account. So good on you, Jacqui. You have helped misinformation and disinformation. But I do want to sum it up with just quoting Elon Musk. So, Jacqui Lambie, go fuck yourself on behalf of all Australians. Literally, to any politician that chooses censorship over free speech, go fuck yourself. And that's what I have to say about it. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Have a great night, guys, and enjoy.